mess.
What was that?
What a mess.
What was that madness? Is this on my channel and yours, or just your channel?
This is just my channel.
All right.
Yeah. I'm doing this one straight through YouTube.
I forgot you could even do that.
Yeah, this is a new one. This is the first time I've done this. So
I remember the first time I tried to stream on YouTube, and they said no.
Yeah, you didn't have enough subscribers, dude.
Yeah,
it used to be they didn't used to have that requirement. And I had a live stream I did once. Like Savvy had a dance. I remember this because it's so vivid the way that it went down. So I was streaming, or no. I set up a live stream, and then we had Savvy's dance and went out to dinner. And it's like, okay, we got to go home because I got this stream. So I sit down to stream, and it wouldn't let me stream because they had just implemented the new YouTube rules for going live.
Oh, yeah.
Like right there, I immediately and the workaround was to use StreamYard, so I immediately like jumped on StreamYard and that fixed it. I got lucky.
Yeah, StreamYard was great back then.
Yeah, different. I got lucky on that one.
I'm gonna start doing
I miss those days
because that wide angle shot made me look wider. It's the camera. It wasn't me. I'm not fat. It's the camera made me look bigger.
Yeah, you're using that new wide angle lens. It does that.
Yeah, it's like an ultra wide angle.
Mm-hmm. It's like only wide, like right here. It makes your head look thinner.
It's the XXL camera.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do I switch my camera around? I just threw some new wood on there, and I'm finally getting some smoke out of this mother. Hold on, I'm gonna move this because this wire. There we go. Bam! Now I got some smoke coming out of there. Hell yeah!
Same here. I managed to keep a fire despite the rain, and I think I'll probably be ready to cook it in a minute. Throw some meat.
You know, a little bit of rain is great for smoking because it's that steam or whatever. I don't know. The wood really likes smokes out. It won't.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It smokes the whole time.
I don't mind like that. I'm not going to say this is perfect, but I actually, as all the complaining I'm doing, I actually kind of like the rain. This is kind of nice. Obviously, the weather's like feels good outside.
Who's Pedri Styles?
I don't know, but GPI to you also. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah. What's GPI mean?
I don't know. Gross product, insinuating insults, insight. Something like that.
GPI, yay! I like GPI, I think. What is that? I don't know what it means, but...
Maybe we need to make that a shirt. GPI!
Cheers to that.
I'll drink to that.
What are you drinking?
Frio.
Bro. Oh, Frio. I thought that was a Corona. Weren't you going to get some Ruby?
Celebrate every moment. Yeah, because I'm cheap as shit.
Yeah, the 6-pack was $10. But it's so good, dude. This is like the best. It beats the shit out of the lemon. The lemon shandy gives me like dry mouth. And the ruby redwood is like okay. The grapefruit one. But the orange, man, is like perfect. It's like orange ginger. Or it's
I've been looking for it.
Ginger.
I've been looking for that one, and I've been looking for the because I have a whole thing I'm about to do. I've been looking for the King of the Hill beer. And
beer?
Yeah, that whatever they drink on the show, they're releasing that at HEB. I think it's an HEB exclusive.
Huh.
But here's the deal. Cool. So this is a new campaign that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have fun with this. So Whataburger has a King of the Hill ad campaign that they're doing, and so like they have Hank Hill advertises hanging up at Whataburger. Now I've tried for years to get a Whataburger sponsorship for our fishing on this channel, and I got turned down. They don't understand how cheap I am. Like, I just want some bait. Give me a T-shirt. I'm good to go just because I like the product. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So now that they've decided to go with King of the Hill, it's I'm waging all out war against Whataburger. They only have 7,700 subscribers. I'm 1,000 away from beating Whataburger. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm waging war, and I am going full on, like, going to war against Whataburger. I'm going to beat their subscriber count unless they sponsor me. Sponsorship, it's going to be tough. I mean, I want a T-shirt. I want a hamburger. I'm going hard on this.
All right, we got Matt and Nick in the house. What's up? And then we got Sofia Gomez, Pereira Santos. Oi, what's going on? Mark J. Larson, what's up, man? We're doing a barbecue stream right now. Stanley signal sucks,
Okay.
but mine I think is good. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the rain over here. I've got this happening right now. I had to come inside, so my signal's so pitiful.
We got some barbecue going on. We just had a shake test on our last stream. Let's see how.
So, hey, Matt and Nick, is saying, what are we barbecuing? Peter, you want to start?
All right. I have got, just for starters, some smoked sausage, of course, and I'm smoking some corn, or sort of smoking corn. But then, over here, I'm pork roast. I'm smoking a pork roast like a brisket. Look at that. And instead of using the typical like mustard and black powder seasoning, I'm using Chick-fil-A sauce with chupacabra steak rub and a little bit of Shiner. And it's
of course.
Dude, that pork roast is like $8 for this big old hunk of meat. So I had to find something. Dude, this recipe makes it taste freaking amazing. All that Chick-fil-A sauce, it turns into pure savory whenever you smoke it like this. And then the steak powder, of course, just makes it. Steak rub is amazing. Chupacabra that's a good brand. So that's what's going on over here. Of course, if I shake that, I get a little bit of I'm still getting a little bit of a jiggle from the meat, so it's telling me it's still got a bit of a ways to go.
The girls are playing with puppies in the kitchen. They're laying up against the door. I can't take you inside to show you the meat, but I'm doing a whole pallet of chicken thighs. I'm going to do a rotisserie chicken and jalapeno poppers, and then some vegetables. You know, because you got to have like the healthy appearance.
Oh, yeah. You got to have your greens. Jalapeno poppers.
Okay. So they stepped away just so that I can show. Thank you. The puppies are going to pee?
Well, no, Ashton will, but they can't handle that. Ashton will? No, she won't. Yes, she will. She's too big with that. Well, eventually.
Yeah.
Where are the puppies? I want to see puppies.
All right, hold on. Let me show you the meat real quick. So that's my chicken tenders and jalapeno poppers. We got them sitting in the oven while we wait. My rotisserie chicken. And you want to see puppies?
Yeah, let's see some puppies. No. No. Which one is that?
That's Blue. He's the boy.
Blue?
And then we got Astrid and Savvy.
Oh, I can't wait. This Friday, Mom and Dad are bringing me my puppies.
Yep. I know. We're not going to be able to make the run. We've talked about it.
I'm only taking one puppy, but yeah, I cannot wait.
You're getting a good one too. They're like they make sure you got one of the ones with like a really nice temperament.
I mean, they're golden retrievers. You can't go wrong with golden retrievers.
Yeah, and they all have really good attitude. How many people are invited? Dad, this is what you're missing out on. Like,
you should put the link out there.
I don't know if
how does YouTube work?
Yeah, YouTube only lets you do 2 people, I think.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's a bummer.
No battle love.
Oh, look at that cute
I
face.
should give you side eye.
You give it a sec.
He's side eye. That's side eye. Actually, you should totally go to the restaurant. They're on now. Oh, she's sniffing. She's sniffing.
Yeah, they love going potty.
She's running it. Yeah, what's up?
So as soon as we get a little break in the rain, I'll be taking the meat out there. The fire's ready.
Oh, you don't have anything on the grill yet?
No, I can't even get to the grill right now.
Well, I'm about to throw the corn. Like, it's just been sitting there smoking, but I'm about to throw it on the fire. Well, this
I'm
other
gonna cook
thing
it really fast.
is
It's gonna take me 7 minutes to cook all this meat.
Oh, right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
kidding.
the pork roast takes like a couple of hours. I don't cook it as long as a brisket. I usually it's pork. It doesn't take as long as a brisket. But I do like to smoke it for as long as possible. Like right around the time that the beer kicks in and I fall asleep, that means the brisket's ready.
Yeah. That's the amount of time. Anybody who says I cook it for an hour, I'll cook it for 2.5 hours. Fuck you, dude. You know what you're talking. You cook meat by the number of beers and cigars.
Yeah, that's how you count. Just like, and how many logs you've used.
How many logs? That's a good way of judging the sun.
Matt Nick says, which state is this? Is it? We're in Texas. He's in South Texas. I'm in mid Texas. Pretty close to north. I don't know. Waco's like Central Texas.
Yeah, you like Central Texas. Oh, okay. So Blue is getting cute. Chevy says we have to look at Blue again. Because look at that.
Oh, the Blue's spread out. Oh.
Blue being cute.
Dude, we're gonna be barbecue. We gotta be doing these barbecues every weekend. Once I get my puppy up here, we're gonna be doing these like streams, and we have the puppies on there.
Yeah. We need to make it happen. Especially I'm enjoying this.
Nobody wants to see this, but they can listen to me talk while the camera's on the puppy.
Yeah, it's been my YouTube goal in life is to play commentary for puppy videos.
Yeah. Yes. It's like when I'm on Twitter. It's like half puppy videos. Half puppy videos, and then like the other half is like all the horrible things happening in the world.
I can keep dropping that.
Hey, mate, look, appreciate you, man. Don't be a stranger, dude. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, man. Catch you next time.
Oh man, dude, look at this. Oh, we lost. That's why I kept losing signal. The power went out.
It's only a little squall. You really come on you fast, and they'll leave you fast.
I like the rain. Don't get me wrong. I just have meat and I have a fire, and I just want a little separation between rain, meat, and fire. That's it.
If it started raining on me now, I'd figure out a way to keep my phone dry, but that's it. I'd still be out here. And I'm getting some dark clouds too. Like it's not like the bright and sunny day is pretty much gone. Hold on, let me switch cameras. The bright and sunny day is like right there, but then I've got this guy over here.
There's Zombie Boy. We got him back.
Hey, Zombie. I tried to let everybody in my chat know that we're going live, and I'm glad you subscribed to Stanley.
Yeah, sorry, man. That
like everybody is going on. Everybody subscribe to Stanley.
Thank you.
No, I'm saying that they are subscribed to you, not me.
No, but if you're not, I mean, please,
Well, that's why I have to steal Jake's chat.
That's why you have to like literally go to subscribers and like invite them over to your barbecue and then steal their phone to subscribe to your channel.
Yeah.
That happened a minute ago in the previous stream, by the way. That's what we're joking about. What's that?
With my own kids, like watching my brother's channel, not my channel. I finally got the smoke going on my grill here, and it's going pretty good now.
House. Put a patio on. No, it hasn't been a year or two yet. It's been a couple of months.
Oh yeah. Still a little bit jiggly, but it's coming along.
Don't go too long. Don't go too long with that. You don't want it to be cooked all the way through.
It's not. I can look at it right now, and I can tell that this part isn't even cooked hardly at all. Not yet. Man, look at how jiggly this shit is, dude.
Let's see. Show us some jiggle cam. Oh yeah. On this meat. You had that look. The jiggly dogs.
It's about time to probably throw some wood on that shit.
Yeah, same here. I will admit it's a glorious sight seeing the pit smoking out there in the middle of all the rain.
Yeah, some fucking rust fell on top.
Oh, too cute. Too cute. Even Astrid has her little cute moments. Terrifier. Astrid's nickname is Terrifier. And Asteroid,
This is about
yeah.
to start smoking like crazy. All right, watch, it's about to start smoking like crazy. Aww, Asteroid's so cute.
No, you cannot do that. He's like, even blue one.
I don't know what to cut off, Selby, but we gotta figure out how to get you on Ethan's channel or one of those big channels. Because that bucket looks badass.
I see you. I see you. I see you.
There it is. Is he just sitting?
Come on. Come on.
This is my look of wanderlust as I look outside, wanting to barbecue so bad.
What's going on outside? What's the shit?
Where you need rain with the water.
Hey, how do you cook corn, by the way? How do you cook corn on a grill?
That's
I started
actually
wrapping it. I started putting it in foil and then putting a little butter and chupacabra on it. And just let it boil inside of the foil with the skewers.
So I really like that approach. My approach, because I like roasted corn, is I leave it in the husk and I cook it and I let it steam in the. Oh, you don't like that?
No.
Puppies? Okay. So I put it in the husk on top of the hottest part of the grill and rotate them and burn the shit out of that husk and then peel it off. But I kind of like your approach better.
Well, I have to keep it pretty far off the grill and wrapped up in the foil. I can't smoke it. Now, I don't know why you'd want to smoke corn, to be honest. Like, it's not, it gets enough smoke, I guess, to give it some flavor, but it's not like smoked corn is like an amazing flavor. So,
yeah.
But butter and like some seasoning definitely does work pretty good. And it's sweet corn, so it's like you got a little bit of salty from the chupacabra, like regular. The corn I use regular chupacabra.
Yeah, and one of the things too, like I don't like everything tasting the same. So you put it on like if you cook it all in the pit, it's all gonna have that smoky flavor. And like I've burned the girls out, no pun intended. I burned them out on the flavor of mesquite. So now I try to vary it up. So like changing up that corn so it doesn't have that mesquite flavor to it would probably be a good thing.
You know what? I have not burned them out on mesquite yet, but that's because I keep changing. I'm like smoking it with mesquite because I got all that mesquite.
Yeah.
and I'm trying different seasonings. Like this steak rub on the pork roast is like a new thing, and so and it's dude, it's so good. I just tried it for the first time the other day, and everybody was like, "Damn!" And then the corn, I used to roast it just over a fire, and then I tried steaming it. I tried all this other shit, but putting it in foil with a little bit of butter and a little bit of seasoning, and damn, dude, it tastes like something out of the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah. You can call them both. That's fine.
I wish I could do turkey legs like that, but I'm still trying to figure out how to do stuffed turkey legs.
Yeah, I do want to branch out. We were talking about doing chicken cordon bleu, which I don't exactly know how to do.
I know how to
Rachel,
do that. I know how to do chicken. Yeah, dude, I'm a chicken cordon bleu connoisseur. It's not hard. It's ham, chicken, and Swiss cheese with bread on
yeah,
the side.
what do you just like cut like a slit in the breast and then just shove as much in there as
Yeah.
possible? See, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
well,
take
sort of. You don't. No. Hold on. You gotta cut down the side, split the breast down the side, right, to make a big tortilla, like a tortilla of chicken breast, and then you gotta you gotta tenderize it with the hammer. You gotta tenderize the shit out of that motherfucker, right? Then you gotta put your ham on top, and then you put your Swiss cheese on top of that, and then you roll it up and you batter it, and then you bake it like that. I use like panko breadcrumbs, but that's because I'm a cheap ass.
No, panko's got its place. There's the different breadings have their different things.
Yeah, breading's like whatever. It's fancy enough.
Zombie Boy says I like to roast the corn in the husk. He does it like how I do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And you like, I don't like having to clean the corn. Like I chop the corn in the husk, and then you gotta pull that stringy shit off of it.
And you gotta do it when it's hot. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I like doing a lot of food prep before I get cooking. You know, like this guy right here. So I did I got the meat, and of course, so I could smoke it all the way through. I split it down the center, and then I put the sauce on it, and then the rub on it, and then I let it sit for like an hour. And now it's out here smoking. Maybe I should open it up a little bit more. But anyways, once it's like real dark on the outside, and it's not so jiggly, because that's telling me that it's not getting very hot. And then from the temperature gauge, that needs to go right about there. But then once it's but I'll smoke it the way it is right now. Once I'm ready to like start pulling it off, I'm gonna like throw a bunch of wood in there and get it super hot to roast the outside of it.
What temperature are you cooking at?
It fluctuates, but I try to keep it around 500, 400 because it's smoking.
Whoa.
So
No, yeah, dude, I like to keep it around 200. I want to go low and slow.
Yeah, but that's gonna
Yeah,
take 6
see, Blue
hours.
says the same.
But we're not talking about a brisket here. We're talking about a pork roast, and so you can see for yourself. Like it's at around the 400 degrees. It's been in there for like an hour. And look at it.
Yeah.
That's not. It's the same thing, bro. Trust me. It's cooking the same.
Oh, I'm not knocking what you're doing. Like the food you make is good. I've never cooked anything at 500 degrees before.
Well, it's not. I don't even know if the thermometer is correct, but according to this, it's at like 400 to 500 degrees, right?
Mm.
So even if it is in there 400 or 500 degrees, it's for whatever reason still cooking fucking slow as shit. But instead of taking 5 hours, I might be able to cook it in like 3 hours. You know what I mean? And it's pork roast, so it's not like a brisket. You don't cook it the same. If I was cooking brisket, it'd be like 200 degrees for like 6 hours, and it's pure smoke. But pork is a little different. What is that beeping noise? Is that me?
No, it's my phone dying because duh. So yeah,
where's your charger?
Well, it's the phone and the headphones are both dying at the same time.
I need to go grab some beer.
Yeah, I could use that. This has been like just a shit fest live stream.
Yeah, but that's what barbecue streams are for.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I mean, it wouldn't be any fun if, there's shit going on. So there's that. But if I just disappear, that's what happens.
Why don't you put it on the charger?
I could put it on the chart. Well, I can do that. I'll do that. I don't know how long that's going to like gain me, but we'll see if we can gain something out of it.
7 text messages and like 3 emails.
Is that the news talking about the rain?
That's how my work is right
Where, me?
Yeah, in the background there. I thought I heard some.
No, I'm talking to Paul too. So, hold on, where'd they go? Okay, good. I've still got a couple shiners, and I got a whole new 6-pack. Those 6-packs, the ruby, the orange, they're like $10 a 6-pack.
Yeah,
BBQ
I
is
mean,
really like
that like
it's
for
worth it.
today's prices, that's expected. But that having been said, like today's prices just suck in general.
Yeah, man. Which okay, they're worth it. This ruby sunburst shit is totally worth it. But regular shiner, it's like only $1 cheaper.
Zombie boy, I'm sorry. He said this a minute ago. I just caught it. Now that I'm like, I can see the screen a little better. It says you keep opening it and losing all the heat in the pit.
Oh yeah, that's fine because that way it cooks a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, I mean, like if you're cooking at 500 degrees, you're not going to hurt anything if you take it down to 490.
Yeah, right. Oh shit! Oh shit! So I just cracked open a shiner, right? Everybody who knows. I cracked open a brand new shiner, and then realized I still have one open.
That's a good day. That's a good day. That means you can double fist them.
Yeah, but now I got to double check all the other cans because isn't it the worst? Like you leave a couple cans laying out, you're like hanging out, talking and drinking and shit, and then like the day later you come outside and you're cleaning up the mess, and then like 3 cans still have beer in them. Like, fuck, dude, I wasted. Like, thank God that was Keystone. You know what I mean? Because three half-full cans of beer sucks when you see that like you left some beers in there.
Hey, Zombie Boy says, watching you two reminds me of the Bigfoot vlogs.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and Savvy's confirming that for some reason.
Yeah. And then, of course, I had to go inside. Oh, here's a Bigfoot vlog. I had to go inside for a bit, and then I realized, oh shit, I just fucked up because now I got all these people. I got my wife and my kids wanting to talk to me, and I'm just like, I just want a fucking beer. And when I come back outside, crack open a beer, and I'm like, it's so good. Only to discover my other beer was still half full. Is that like the?
You got that down to a science, Peter.
Yeah, dude, I like it. Those videos
I'm familiar with them. I've never. Man, I'm sorry. I'm a little off on all the AI vlogs, the Bigfoot vlog and the Stormtrooper vlogs, and whoever else they got doing vlogs.
You know what that means?
Know. Maybe I should just suck it up and just enjoy.
It means you got a life because see this shit like before during the summer. I've got like not a whole lot to do, so I'm trying to do work and draw and do a bunch of shit, fill out commissions and stuff. But that means I'm listening to podcasts. I'm like I'm scrolling the doom scrolling and all that crap. Now that like the school's back open,
Instead of doing the art.
Yeah, now the school's open. Like
No, I'm like doing artwork while listening to all this shit, right? But now that school's started again, I'm so fucking busy every day, all day. I don't get home till like 7 o'clock at night, and I'm just like I'm not up on the memes either. Luckily, the Bigfoot memes are like a couple months old.
That's a glorious position to be in, not being up to date with the memes.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is kind of funny. Like, it is. There are some memes you need to get caught up on, like the chirp. The chirp is fucking funny.
Chirp?
The fire alarm chirp. You know
I'm
about
not
the
familiar
fire
with that
alarm
one.
chirp?
Nah.
So there's a bunch of videos of like black people doing streams and stuff, and then there's always the chirp, because apparently the meme is that they don't know how to like change the battery out, right? So
Isn't
there's
that
always
I
like
heard that
someone.
was from like 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's not a new meme, but that's how, of course, a couple months ago, right? That's how I even caught wind, because it was like pop. It was funny back then. Anyways, what's funny now is when somebody's watching a video or something, and now they have like it plugged in their soundboard, and so they'll be watching a video EFAP and something, and they'll drop a chirp in there. You know what I mean? As like a joke.
That's pretty funny.
That shit's
Zombie Boy says
funny,
they're
man.
African ceiling birds.
African ceiling birds. Exactly. You gotta change. You gotta chase the batteries out. It's
Yeah,
funny.
that's funny.
I don't even know the reality of like the actual situation, but it is really funny that like all these videos and the compilations are fucking hilarious when you watch the compilations.
Yeah.
Of just all how many videos there are. It's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny thing.
Well, and what's funny about that too is like for years going over to Rachel's parents' house, like it's so they got those high ceilings, and so like for years they would have one of those things going off like you can't even sleep at night.
Would you rather have that or
Oh yeah,
Ghost?
and Rachel says now we're
Frozen
in trouble
Ghost?
because we pulled them all down. You know, didn't replace the batteries because duh.
Yeah,
And
that's
now
what
we're
I do.
worried about
Yeah,
the
well,
house burning down.
that's the other side of the coin. I like replace the battery, or I try to, and it doesn't work, or because I have to unplug the wire and then I have to plug it back into this. If I'm replacing a battery, what the fuck is the wire for? Isn't that supposed to power it? What is the
Yeah, you
wire
got the
for?
wired ones.
I got the
Rachel's
wire
parents have
thing,
the
but
wired ones. I don't. I don't know what the wire's for.
I don't either. I would assume for power. So why the fuck do I still have to put a battery in the fucking thing?
And if there's a wire, why is there not a power wire on it?
I did buy them on the 9
And what is the wire for? Is it the internet? Are they watching me through my fucking smoke detectors?
Not using our batteries.
What is that? There's something shady going on, man. And I'm a reptilian, apparently, so I should know what the hell this is all about.
What's up,
But I
Brandon? How
don't.
you doing, man? We're supposed to be barbecuing. Peter's the only one. I'm getting rained out over here.
Yeah, I've got some barbecue going. It's looking pretty good. Although the smoke died down again, but the temperature's so hot that I don't want to even add any more wood to it.
500 degrees. Yeah, that's like a tire fire smoke you got going in that pit.
Yeah, but it's like
You're
still
burning the
just
pit
jiggly.
itself.
I'm cooking the meat. This is like the stage of the process where I cook the meat, and then I'm gonna smoke the shit out of it when it dies down to like 100 degrees. I'm gonna throw a bunch of wood on there. It's gonna smoke like fucking crazy, and then it'll get super hot, and then like coat the outside. It'll like bake the outside like charred, right? And when you have like a rub on something, when you got like a rub on the meat,
Yep.
it turns into this glaze / deliciousness. So that's what I'm doing.
I do like that approach. Like, I'll make fun of you about that heat all day long, but I do like the approach of cooking it really hot at first, searing it, and then letting it smoke.
And then you cook it, you sear it again at the very end. You sear and smoke at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a tricky thing, but with cooking with wood, I love cooking with wood. I don't fuck charcoal, using gas grills and all that shit. Wood is the way to go.
Yeah.
Mesquite wood.
But you have to like watch it like it's like a baby. You gotta watch
Hey,
it. You know what I mean?
I love my mesquite, but man, I would really like in a perfect world, I'd love to have a pile of mesquite, a pile of hickory, a pile of cottonwood, pile of like cherry and apple.
Well, I got my mesquite right here, and then I've got
Right, apple's the best, but
whatever the hell that is. I don't know what the hell this tree is, but I've got like a log over there, a couple of little logs over there by the pit, and then I got some oak in the back that I had to get from mom and dad's because I don't have any oak up here.
oak's one of those, like I use oak for heat. I don't see, like oak is just like wood flavor. There's no like flavor to it. It's just like if you're gonna, and I'm like you, like I like cooking with wood, but if I just need heat, I'm gonna go oak.
That's the way to do it. Oak is great for just keeping the heat.
Yep.
It's not like a great thing to smoke your food with, but yeah, if you just need some temperature, oak is the way to do it because it'll burn forever.
Yeah. And it's so easy to come by. Like there's oak everywhere. I mean, we got a lot of mesquite here, so there's mesquite everywhere too. But
it's easy to come by over there. Up here, it's not.
oh yeah,
mesquite is
so
really
you're right
hard to
about
find
that.
up here.
But also, you guys got a lot of pecan and that black walnut. And I don't know how good black walnut is, but I know pecan is amazing.
Black walnut's not horrible, and pecan is good. But I would take cherry oak or mesquite any day of the week, or applewood.
Apple is the one. I wish I had a pile of apple.
I don't even know where to get applewood other than just what the hell happened to my camera? Other than just going to the store and buying a bag of it,
Yeah, they got apple trees growing up in Wisconsin. Like you hunt deer around the apple trees because you're not allowed to bait in deer up there. So you can do it here. You can bait them here, but you can't bait them in Wisconsin. So anybody who's got like hunting land with an apple tree, it's a gold mine because all the deer love apples, and you're not allowed to put like corn down for them. So that apple tree is going to draw on the deer, and so obviously that's where you're going to like hunt.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, appreciate you, sir. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday.
Man. Yeah, man. Have a good week. We're about to start off a brand new week over here.
Yeah, okay. Rachel says the Packers are playing. I don't know where they're at right now. However, if you want a sports update right now, looks like the Texans are losing 10-12.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. Where are they at on the game? Is it just starting?
Second quarter, 9 minutes left. So there's still plenty of time in that.
Yeah, that's like nothing matters until after halftime, and then it just depends on how much of a lead they need to get. The game's not even close. Oh, did I tell you about? I haven't told you about this yet. All right, it's high school football, but so Amber works as an administrator at the school, right?
Yep.
And as part of her job, she has to go administer or maintain or whatever all the football games.
Right. That'd be awesome, by the way. I'd love doing that.
And because the way they do it up here is they have this big giant city stadium that all the high schools combat at, right?
Yep.
Not like high school, like there's not a field at the high school. Anyways, it's a big field, and so the high school, the varsity team hasn't been much to look at, but the junior varsity, which is the games she's been going to, I haven't made a game yet, but she's been having to go to these games. And from what I understand, the junior varsity is real exciting because it's like they're a good team, and so they've been kicking ass. And it's been really exciting to watch them like just kick. I think it was the scrimmage game was like 7-0 or some shit like that. So I mean, we're talking like a touchdown and like nothing, but in a scrimmage game, But then they had another game. Anyways, I've been meaning to like get my high school spirit on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Purple's not my color, but I might get a purple shirt and go down there and start rooting for the university.
Dude, I gotta admit, like Savvy's doing, she's in high school, she's on the JV volleyball team, and I got 2 volleyball shirts, and I love it. Like I'm recording all of her games, having a blast, and going out and being one of those parents like out there like yelling and screaming and just having a ball with it. I'm enjoying it.
Amber used to be like one of the moms that would sit there and scream and yell.
Yeah.
But then during a basketball game last year, Cassidy was playing, and this girl was running from the other team. This girl ran. Cassidy, like she's tall like us, and so this kid ran into her and just flopped on the ground, right? And Amber yelled, like laughed out loud. She's like, except that was at the exact moment everybody else got quiet because they were like, "Oh shit, is that girl okay?" And Amber's like, anyway, she doesn't scream as loud anymore after that. I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! Knock that bitch on the ground, woo!" But that's not apparently the thing to do when it's girls' sports. If it's boys' sports, fuck yeah, dude. But girls' sports, everybody's like, take a knee, everybody.
I'm loving it. I'm loving watching the volleyball games. Like, I'm having a ball with it, and also like, I like going to the football games and stuff too. So, I'm liking having her in high school where I get to go and hang out and kind of do all that stuff with her.
Yeah, I wasn't into mums in high school. Like I did football games. I liked going to football games back in high school, but I wasn't like into the team spirit and all that kind of fun stuff. But we've had it because we got girls. We're doing mums and everything for the homecoming and all that. And it's been a lot of fun, dude. School spirit is actually like a lot of fun, and it's cool that that Cassidy wants to do that stuff. And so, and she's wanted to go to the game, even though those games take hours. It's like hours and hours of them sitting there because they're doing the JV. There's like 2 games they got to sit through, and one game's not very entertaining. I think I had a live stream that day. That's why I wasn't able to make that game.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to be this Thursday too. I got to figure something out about that. We might have to switch days. I have more energy on Fridays, anyways. Maybe I have to live stream on Fridays.
I thought I was so smart. Like we got games on Tuesdays, so that's when we did our outdoors crew live streams. And so like I got with Grant and John, and the games are like at 5, so there's no way I could get home in time for the live stream. I got with Grant and John, and they're real cool about it. They're like, yeah, that's okay. Let's switch to Thursdays. And I did that because it was like, so it takes me like 5 hours to get ready for those streams, like getting the slideshows together and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I can dedicate Thursdays to streaming to, like YouTube stuff. I'll do it all in one day. I'll get the stream slides together. I'll stream with them and I'll stream with you guys. Oh my God. Like I had no idea the amount of work I was piling on myself for Thursday. And it's okay. It's been fun. Like I'm enjoying it, but man, dude, that like wears me out.
Yeah, I can see that. I get like, I don't get home until about 7.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's like, oh man, I got like an hour and a half to get a live stream ready.
If you need help with that, I'm pretty busy, but I'm happy to try seeing what I can do to help. What's up, Chris? You Yanker Crank? Dude, he is cooking a pork roast. I'm getting rained out here. I got chicken ready to hit the pit. The fire's ready. It's probably perfect temp right now. And it's raining cat and dogs for the first time this summer.
All right. I am doing an experimental. I've been doing this thing I started experimenting with where I'm taking like a cheap $8 pork roast and I'm like doing it like a brisket. I'm smoking it like a brisket. Oh shit, my camera. And then anyways, so I'm taking Chick-fil-A sauce instead of mustard. And I like do the Chick-fil-A sauce all over it, and then I'll do chupacabra steak rub on top of that. And then I just smoke it for a couple hours. And as you can tell, even though the temperature has been crazy,
He's at like
Still-
500 degrees doing this.
Yeah, and it's still a little jiggly, but it's clearly cooking. But it's doing pretty good. And holy crap! Oh, and then of course I pour like some shiner in there, right, to get some juices.
Cause duh.
And well, hell yeah! And bro, when this shit is done smoking, it's gonna be delicious. But look at that guy. I don't know. What do you think? More wood?
Always.
It's like 300, 400 degrees. I don't want to do too much.
You don't want it to get too low, too cold.
Yeah. No, if I don't like putting bark. Dad was right. Bark doesn't add the perfect flavor, but it does smoke really
Yeah.
good.
Chris says, nice. That sounds really good. My wife caught our grill on fire for the second time the other night.
See, look at that shit, dude.
Not you, Chris's wife.
I just put those two on there just now, and look at it. It's already like starting to smoke, like way more.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you could see it, but it's like it's starting to pick up.
I can see
It's
it. I don't know if
the
you can see
bark-
the envy in my face right now.
It like oh man, I feel bad because bark will smoke instantly, but it's not as good as the main piece of the wood. But I'm gonna have to chop that up, and I'm charging my little chainsaw battery. I'm charging the battery inside. But yeah, dude, it's starting to smoke now.
I got a chopping block out there, and I've got I got that mesquite, and I don't like using big, thick, 5-inch thick, 8-inch thick logs, putting them on the pit, because it kind of makes it hard. You can't fit as many, and so you don't have the surface area, harder to control the flame, harder to control smoke. So I've started chopping the wood into more chunks, like littler chunks for more smoke and stuff, with this little hatchet, and it's fun. It's
That's what I've been
cute.
doing.
But I miss,
Well,
putting a block on there and just taking the big 10-pound axe to it,
Well, I've also got this down here where I've got a bunch of little mesquite, little blocks.
Yeah, see, I'm splitting those. I split those.
Oh, really? I like this.
Yeah.
This is a good size right here.
It's a good size. There's nothing wrong with that. I just enjoy splitting.
You get a bunch of coals going, and then something like this is like perfect. Just boom.
Yeah.
Stick that in there. And then
Chris says he's going to have to buy stock and fire extinguishers at this point.
But yeah,
speaking with Taylor, we said hi.
And it's starting to smoke really good. Here's the test.
I love this rain, but damn it, all I needed was 2 hours. It could have rained this morning. It could rain after. It had to rain right when I started the pit.
I've also got the sausage smoking over here, but I'm kind of letting it die down a bit because.
Almost lost that one.
Almost. Every time, dude. I'll eat it anyways, but.
Oh yeah.
Almost lost that guy. This is actually pretty much done right here. But what I'm gonna do is get rid of that and then just close it completely. And now I got some smoke coming on it. Look at that. Hell yeah. This guy's doing good now.
Yeah, that corn, dude. You got me real curious about that corn.
Yeah, the corn's gonna come out pretty good. But this guy. That's the way to do this. Some smoke.
All right. You know what I'm going to do? Wait. Okay. So Chris says this is making me hungry. It looks amazing. Yeah, me too, dude. I'm starving over here. I'm going to get my rain jacket on, and I'm going to go out there and do this in the rain.
Do it in the rain, man. I'd be doing it in the
Yeah.
rain. Look at all the smoke coming off of this thing now. Holy shit.
Let me see. Where did I put my raincoat?
Smoke on
There
both
it is.
ends. I like it when you can actually cook the meat with just the smoke.
Oh, I do too. I love cooking at 150 degrees.
Yeah. I mean, once I'm letting the temperature cool down now, and that's why I waited a bit to put some more wood on it. And now, of course, it's smoking like crazy. I'm hoping to get a real good dark, penetration with just the smoke at this point. It's been opened up through the heat. All the pores and everything are opened up. Now I'm going to smoke the shit out of it for, 30 or 40 minutes. It is pork, so it shouldn't take that long to cook. But I would say it's probably pretty close to being done cooked. Now I'm going to smoke the crap out of it and darken the outside. I want to crisp up that outside.
Oh, crap. I forgot. Part of my problem is that I got the camera with all the stuff on here. I can't have that sitting in the rain while I'm cooking.
Do you have a mount? Like, I've got my camera on a mount, and so that way I can mount it if I need to. You can have it mounted inside, and if you have earbuds, we can still hear you through the window and watch you get rained on and laugh at you.
Yeah, actually, and I don't mind that. I will say so. I don't want to. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'll tell you off camera. But I could put it through the window. How can I do this? It's like just one of those things. Just need to make it happen.
All right, well, let's see the rain. Let's see what it's looking like out there. How bad is the rain?
Not terrible, just enough to it's going to hit the lens.
So you get a little drizzle, or are we talking about rain? A little bit of drizzle is not going to hurt your phone. Like famous last words, right?
So,
Crikey, it's fucking blowing wet blizzards out here with the rain and shit. That's not bad.
oh yeah, Chris doesn't have a bad idea. I could put a bucket somewhere.
Do you have a 5-gallon bag or 1 gallon Ziploc baggie? Just put that over the camera. You'll be able to see through the baggie, and then your phone is fine.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's raining. That's rain. You don't want to go.
Yeah, I mean it's for real.
Out there. But a little 1 gallon Ziploc baggie will do the trick. Don't listen to me. I've been drinking. But I'm telling you, 1 gallon baggie.
No. I'm smelling what you're stepping in. I like where this is going. I think that we're onto something here.
I'm holding my phone with that octopus thing that you gave me.
Yeah,
dude, it's badass. Hold on, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna show the audience here. Where's it at? Okay, right here. This guy. I just put my phone in that. And if I had a little 1 gallon baggie, I would just put, it's got the cool clamp so I can clamp it over here on my table if I need to, but you put a little freezer bag over it and bam, you're golden.
I'm looking for one.
I'm in a sandwich bag.
I've started doing all. I don't have 1 gallons.
Well, anything that fits over the camera. I mean, over the.
That's
phone.
what I'm saying. This one. That looks right? I mean, it's not.
What is it? You were glitching out for a second. A Walmart bag.
So how's that look? That's a little.
That's not bad. A Walmart bag would actually work as well because you can see through a Walmart bag, but it'll make everything look cloudy. Those grocery bags, you can actually film through a grocery bag, but it does make everything look real cloudy.
Let's see if this works.
Or saran wrap, but Yeah, that's gonna be like a big
Yeah,
mess.
saran wrap would work pretty good. There we go.
Yeah, is that a little Ziploc baggie or something? What do you got on it?
Yeah, it's a little Ziploc bag.
If it covers the phone, then you're good.
Covers it. It's gonna get all. Maybe not. I'm worried about it being foggy, but I mean, that'll like I can cook in this. If it looks okay and you can hear me all right, I can cook in that.
That's perfect. It sounds great. It works, man. All right, let's see. Where's your
Now-
fire at?
Dude, non-existent. I gotta like. Oh no, my firewood's wet.
Oh shit! That's because you took too long.
Yeah, and I don't have any kindling now.
Hold on a minute. Yes, you do. There's a way to get. Do you have any lighter fluid? I don't like lighter fluid, but hold on. I can't hear you. It's cut out. I can't hear you at all. Oh, there we go. I can hear you. All right. What do we got for kindling? It's raining. You got paper. You got cardboard. Cardboard would be best. I know you got cardboard around there somewhere. And you don't need lighter fluid. If you got a blowtorch, you use like Dad does. Just get a little bit of cardboard, light it, and then just leave that blowtorch on the wood until the wood lights on fire.
Can't hear you.
Am I muted? You can't hear me at all? I can hear you. I'm pretty sure the chat.
You can hear me. You can hear me because I can't hear you now.
Chat, can you hear me? Who's in the chat? Is there anybody in the chat right now?
I guess the rain.
All right, if you can hear me, which is Peter, say Peter's good. Zombie boy, can you hear? You can hear me, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's Stanley's audio. All right, Zombie says we can hear,
Zombie
which
boy,
means that he can hear
can you
me.
hear either one of us? Or is it just Peter?
I think it's just me.
Chris can't hear either one of us.
No, he can hear both of us. All right, guys. Y'all can hear both of us. He can't because his earbuds suck because he didn't do JLab like I told him to. That sounds cool, whatever the fuck you're doing. That's like some ominous shit that's going on in the audio.
Right. Okay. I can hear you now. I assume you can hear me. And
yes.
Chris, Zombie Boy, can you confirm whether or not you can hear us?
They can hear both of us.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Chris says it. So I don't know, just the water, I guess. I mean, I had the bag over, but still the water screwed up the audio somewhere. So
yeah, that's weird. So what I was saying was get the blowtorch, get it on the wood, right? Or get some
I've got coals.
Shit.
I've got coals, so I can get that fire going. I just need to figure out. So I got to get my hand free.
Where's your wood at? Where do you put? You don't have any
I got
wood.
No, but I can dry the wood. I mean, it's all right. But I got to figure out something with the camera here.
And then get a blowtorch, a little propane torch, and then just leave it on there like Dad does.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second here.
All right.
I'm gonna. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I got to figure out the camera. So what I'm gonna do is put you in the window and pray to God.
That's gonna be funny. Yeah, that's good. That'll work.
Oh, here, maybe this will work. Chris was saying put a bucket. Maybe that'll work.
Oh man. It's like James Bond.
Right? Like it's James Bond barbecue.
That's funny.
Let's see if I can, and it's going to sound awesome. Oh no, because the mic's on the thing, so that's not going to sound awesome.
It's going to sound the same. But that would sound awesome if you had the mic on the camera.
This is some old school camera trick kind of shit here, dude.
Yeah, nobody. How many people even barbecue? Because it's always a pain in the ass to barbecue, right? So how many people even try to live stream a barbecue? Much less
Oh,
in
yeah.
the rain. Well, that's how dedicated we are.
Hell yeah. Now, give me 2 seconds. It will not take me long to get this going again.
Now, for those
Even if the
watching,
wood is wet.
Stanley is not prepared, right? If I was raining here, I've actually got a whole
I'm going to grab my
heap of
tongs. I'll be right back.
So, like I was saying, in the event that it rains, because you know what? There's barely any blue sky out here, and I was assuming it was going to rain today. But in that event, I've actually got a spare pile of wood. Disregard all the empty pack of cigarettes and beer cans. You got to have a spare pile of wood. And in the event that it's a good day out, well, that's when you have your major pile of wood. Like that guy right there. And
All right, I got my
little
beer.
smoking wood. I
Got my beer. I'm
smoking
okay
wood
now.
right here. It's like little chips of wood that I have here. It was in there, but then it was getting all moldy in there because it got moist, and so I had to dump it out on the ground. And I need to put it back in there. But I actually discovered that being a little bit moist makes it smoke like crazy whenever I put it on the fire. And I will demonstrate.
You watch. I'm not gonna do a blowtorch or nothing. I'm gonna get this damn thing going again with wet wood.
A little piece that I have in my pile. I'm gonna put it in here. As you can tell, there's no smoke. My temperature is almost 500 degrees. I think that's just on the top of the grill, to be honest. I really don't see that being inside. Anyways.
Hey, you know, one thing I do on mine is my thermometer is on one side and I put my fire on the other so that I get a temp of the pit and not the temp of like the fire coming up on it.
Yeah, and look at that, dude. Within seconds. I'm already starting to see, I don't know if you can even see that, but I'm starting to get a little bit of smoke. Give it 1 minute. 1 minute, this thing's going to be smoking like crazy. And it's because I leave it out to get a little bit moist, so that when I throw it in the coals, look at that! You can already see it. It's starting to smoke like crazy. Well,
Look at, I'm getting. Like yes, I've got fire going. I got it going already
up,
with
Grant?
wet wood.
All right,
hey, Grant, what's up, man?
Everybody, what's up?
Peter's showing off right now. He's about done barbecuing. I can't barbecue because I'm in the middle of the
wettest storm in the history of Texas. It just started.
And your audio just cut off into the phone audio. I'm pretty sure.
This amazing camera shot.
Your audio is real simple. It sounds real good. And I can hear myself echo. Like I'm in a bucket. Yeah, that's definitely the audio. C'est la vie. Sorry. Hey, I admire your gusto, man. Doing that in the rain. That's dedication. Look at the smoke on that. That one little piece of wood, man. It's like smoking. It's starting to smoke.
That's looking wonderful, Peter.
Yep. And now, boom. I'm gonna open it up and do some heat.
Well, shit, I might as well just like pile freaking wood on top of this.
No, you gotta get it like blow a torch. Blow a torch.
I got the fire going. That's not even worried about it. I'm just like, in order to build up the heat, now I'm like,
no,
I got smoke.
Put the meat on it
right now while it's smoking.
Oh, it'll smoke like this for the next 2 days. I got so much wood. It's good.
That's a pretty good idea, Yank and Crank. Putting the camera in a bucket does add
Yeah.
like an interesting dynamic to the shot.
Thank you, Chris.
Pretty cool.
That is a cool. I do kind of like that shot. I'm going to use that for like the regular live streams.
Yeah, it's like a thumb. It's like an avatar, but it's like a video
Yeah.
avatar.
I need to write like, please subscribe on the inside of the bucket.
Yes, yeah, that'd be great.
All right, I did good. I got the fire going easy enough. It's cooking again.
Yeah, but
I got to build up some heat on it.
Get the meat on it now, bro. It's smoking. You're not using any gas or anything, so put the meat on it now.
I don't want to smoke the fuck out of it. You don't want too much smoke. I know you love that. I don't. My girls don't.
You're not gonna over smoke it right now while it's getting hot.
It's chicken, dude. It cooks fast, but it's also going to soak up that smoke. Let me heat it up let me give it a few minutes to heat up. At least get it to 200, and then I'll throw it on there.
All right, fine. 420. You got to get it on 420 degrees.
I don't even have that 420. No, I'll take it to 200. I'm at 150 now.
No, wait. What is the chicken? No, you can't, dude. You can't cook chicken that low. You got to cook chicken. It's like 400. Is it 300 or 400 degrees? At like
no, you need an internal temperature. You need an internal temperature of 165 for the restaurant.
Yes. But if you put a little bit of steam on that chicken and you get that temperature and you cook it, it'll still be juicy.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what? Because you're right about that. I've got this amazing cheap-ass Frio beer. I'm going to shove one up that chicken's ass, and I'm going to steam it with that.
Do it. Yeah, but put that beer. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think. How can you cook the beer from the inside out? You know what I mean? That way.
By shoving the beer up his ass. Let it steam him.
Yeah, but you're not going to get a whole lot of steam off of that if you're cooking it at like 100 degrees. You gotta put.
Well, I'm at like 225 now. The pit is at 225.
Put beer in a pan around the chicken or over the flame so that the steam cooks that chicken, and it'll be juicy.
Yeah,
dude, on the inside.
That's why I'm putting the can up his ass.
Yeah, but it's not going to get hot enough to steam and cook.
Yeah, because I'm going to put it, okay, so part of the problem that I have here is so I've got the big fire on one side, so it's so big I can't put the grate over it. So in order to do like anything like that, and I am at like 350 now, but I have to let the fire build up so I got some coals so I can flatten that thing out and then scoot the grate over it.
But you're not thinking about this. In order to steam
Fourth dimensionally
out of the can, yeah, if the beer is in the bird and the beer has to get so hot to cook to like steam, then the bird will be overcooked. By the time the beer steams, you have to put the beer underneath around the chicken somehow. Otherwise,
I get you on that. Yeah, we can't have that. Maybe the beer. Maybe I'll pour some beer inside of it, or no, maybe like what you said, a pan of beer is the way to go.
Or you could.
What are they saying in the chat? I imagine Chris and Grant are like cussing us out in there.
Well, they're saying I'm right, and so what you need to do.
They're not. You guys should be.
And then you baste the chicken, right? So it's like semi-boiling in the beer. But then you got to get a spoon and like drizzle the beer over the chicken so that it seeps into the meat. Like a turkey.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Unless you inject the chicken with beer.
Which I really don't want to do with Frio. It's not like it's Shiner. It's not good beer. This is the stuff, mind you. This beer, so backstory on Frio beer. We went offshore a couple years ago, and you know how it goes. You go out to the shrimp boats,
and you offer them a case of beer, and they give you an ice chest full of shrimp. So we went out to one of them, and Perry went cheap. I don't know why, and he bought an entire pallet of Frio beer. And he goes up to the shrimp boat, and he's like, "Hey, you guys trading shrimp for beer?" And they're like, "Yeah, the shrimp we got's not great, but we're trading." And Perry, being Perry, is like, "I don't know if I want shitty shrimp or whatever, but it's the only shrimp boat out here, so okay, I'll go ahead and trade." And they're like, "That's cool, that's cool." They're like, "What kind of beer you got?" He's like, "Frio," and they're like, "Nah, never mind."
Hey, you gotta have Budweiser. Everybody knows that.
The shrimp. I know, that's what we were telling him. You got to have Budweiser. He never went back to it. But that's how bad this beer is. The shrimpers don't want it. Those dudes have been at sea for 7 days.
The Budweiser's like the next step up from Frio beer. Sorry to say, but
I agree. I hate
All right.
Budweiser, but that's what they drink, and I like their shrimp, so I'll buy it for that.
I'm getting some smoke, but it's dying down. And look, even my temperature's down to 400. I don't even know what that means because there's no fucking way that it's been in there this long and not completely cooked at that. But check it out. It's starting to look like roast duck.
So, all right. So I'm about at 400 here. My fire's going pretty. Oh yeah, it's going hella good. So I'll still be able to hear you, but I'm gonna step inside, and start grabbing some meat and throwing it on here.
All right, I'm gonna jiggle my meat real quick and see where we're
Yes,
at.
jiggle your meat for everybody to see while I grab my meat.
Look at that. It's not
Jiggle it good
at all anymore. Well, it's not jiggling. Which means it's time to smoke the fuck out of it and superheat it because it's pork. So what I'm gonna do is grab some of these guys. Hope I don't get bit by a black widow because all that wood's been under the pit. I'm gonna smoke and I'm gonna get it so fucking hot in
The
there.
hell am I even talking about here, dude? We're sitting here talking about like, let's do this with the beer, do this with the beer, so that we can like.
You cut out. I don't know what you're getting at there because seems like we were on the right path. Oh yeah, getting some smoke, but I also want some heat. So I'm gonna get some thicker wood. What's going on? Sorry, everybody. I'm hearing an echo of myself. Ah! I'm burning myself. I hope my audio does not sound as bad as I'm hearing my echo because that sounds terrible. All right. Close this guy up. And then watch it go crazy. So I know Stanley said he'll be back. I'm a pit. Going on. Let's take a look. The corn, I'm going to go ahead and put down on the lower end now that it's like almost dead over here. Hold on, before I do that. Actually, I got to check on my coals. Oh no, it's like almost gone.
Meat on the pit.
Still hot in there. That's good.
That was all wet. I'm proud of that.
All right, my sausage is doing
all
great.
right.
I'm just gonna leave it up here. It's about to start smoking on this guy, and
I'm gonna go a little hotter than normal.
leave that there. Let that pit start smoking like crazy.
take care of some business. Well, that's going on.
Oh yeah, where'd I put my beer? Dang it. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear
I
me,
just got to
Ken?
check for the rain slick is like pushing the buttons on my headset and making it disconnect from the phone because can't anything be easy?
Hey, that's what we do it. Barbecue.
Yeah.
A good barbecue stream. It would suck if there weren't technical difficulties.
Man, I agree with you. Like, this looks pretty awesome. How many people have you seen do a barbecue live stream from inside a bucket? This has got to be a YouTube first.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, fuck. I want to add more wood to this.
In the rain. This is a barbecue live stream in a bucket in the rain. That is a YouTube first. I guarantee it.
All right. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, dude. Look at that smoke. Fantastic. That's what I'm talking about. And it's about to get even wilder. In fact, if I leave this one open for a little bit, if I leave that open up for a bit, let some air get in there, it's going to start lighting on fire, and then it's going to smoke even more.
Chris,
But
you got me
honestly,
really curious how you came up with the bucket idea. I'm betting that's a camera thing that you've dealt with in the past.
yeah, that was a good idea. It's a cool shot.
I guarantee that dude has shoved a camera in a bucket before. I should have worn like a full bib.
But now is the
Thank
problem.
God I was wearing boots. But
is the problem now going to be like the bucket starts filling up with water? Can you hear me? Swipe and swipe. There we go. Look at that. That smoke is like screaming out of this fucking thing now.
all right, I can hear you again.
Yanker Crank says, you had to be real creative sometimes.
Oh yeah. I pride myself on being creative, but I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have thought of this. This is awesome right here.
Dude, look at all. Okay, look at the smoke, dude. My pit is smoking at all the ends, at every angle. That means that shit's like, and check this out. This is even better. Look at my temperature. It's at fucking 300, and it's smoking like crazy. This is perfect.
Yeah, I'm at like 400 myself now. Again, I just got started, but
so it's like pretty much the pork is cooked. Now I'm infusing the smoke.
Yep.
And then any extra cooking it might need. But just so that it doesn't dry out, I have the beer in there, and the beer is just going to add flavor. So I'm golden.
Dude, it's like all nice out. Like I know the rain's kind of hamper my ability to put on a good show and all that, but it's like so like the temperature is so nice. I want another beer, but I'm kind of like I might go get a glass of wine. Go fucking pinkies up with this shit.
Or vodka. Get some vodka.
I don't have any. I'm cutting back on my drinking a little bit.
Pussy. I'm drinking Shiner right now. I might actually go bust out some something.
Oh, I would love a martini right now.
But I'm out of olives. Like I used up all the last of my anchovy olives.
And I don't think I have any other olives. Dude, I'm smoking like crazy right now. Hell yeah. This is going to be so good.
I'm going full on glass of wine.
Zombie Boy says, more beer. Hell yeah, dude. You cannot go wrong. When you're like steaming, a good chunk of meat, beer is the best thing. And it's not because it tastes like beer afterwards. For whatever reason, beer, when you like smoke some meat or cook some barbecue some meat or boil some meat or whatever, the beer turns into
Boil
its
some
own.
meat.
It turns into its own unique flavor. I'm kind of curious to see what the alcohol content, if it even adds any to the
No,
meat.
it doesn't add alcohol. Alcohol is the first thing to burn off. It adds flavor, which is why I like Shinerbach, because that Shinerbach flavor, that's different. Like this Frio shit, I'm not really like, it'll give it that little bit of beer flavor thing. But like, you want a good flavor, you need like Guinness or Shinerbach. Probably Shinerbach. It's gonna be better.
Yeah, Shinerbach is, I think, the best one. You got some people that cook tripas and orejas with like Bud Light, and that's fine. But it's
That's like doing it with water. If you're on a diet,
you don't want to feed your dog, like bullshit, right? You don't want to put that kind of shit in your meat. You want, just like you would feed your dog, you don't want to like put shit beer on your meat. Even if it's an $8 chunk of meat. I want like Shinerbach, you know what I mean? Bro, I'm like, I got the smoke going now.
Yeah, I got some smoke going too. And I was about to flip everything, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's only been in there for 5 minutes. Like I've got a little ways to go here."
Yeah, and I know I don't have to worry about it drying out because I got all that shiner in there. Boil it's like
I'm at grilling temps too.
I'm at like what is that? 300 degrees. It's smoke. It means it's low heat. It's smoking like crazy, and if it gets too hot, that beer is just gonna boil into the meat and keep it moist. And it's pork, so I do want to cook it all the way through. If it's beef, it'd be on there 10 minutes and it's done. Right? If this is a brisket, in which case
I'm at 350.
Hours.
I'm at 350, and that is as hot as I ever want this pit to get.
It's different with different meats.
It is. And chicken's the one you probably need to get the hottest.
Chicken and then pork. And I want my pork.
Pork's another one, yeah.
Pork. I want to cook.
You know what you cook fish at?
Smoking it.
The perfect temperature for cooking fish, like good fish?
20 degrees.
It's about 20 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, you can eat like the fish raw, dude. Oh, when I cook fish, it depends on the fish and how I'm cooking.
It does. That's the thing. It depends on the fish, but the best fish is raw.
Yeah, like tuna. Like tuna steak.
Raw.
Yeah. High heat, real quick. I'm making sure that my fish, my tuna steak has been. I like to put like not a seasoning, but like a glaze over it.
Yep.
And then I cook it real quick at a high temperature, just to blacken the outside. Like I make a ginger onion paste. It's like
yes. Now we're talking. That's good. I like where you're going with that.
Yeah.
This is a slight sear.
What I do is I'll take.
It's like you want to cook the seasoning on. It's not even cooking the fish. It's just cooking the seasoning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a tuna steak. I might soak it in some kind of vinegar, but that'll cook it by itself. So you don't want to use too much vinegar. But whatever your seasoning is, and then I'll cook it real quick, like just a brush of oil or some shit, right? Just to get a little crisp on the outside. You cook it for just like a minute, and then what I have is I'll take onions and I'll take ginger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cook the shit out of them, and then I'll blend them up with a bunch of cream, like creamer, like not coffee, like whipping cream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll blend the shit out of it, and then that's gonna be my sauce that I put over like a good seared tuna steak. It's like mostly ginger, a hint of garlic, and onion, and like onions that I've cooked. I like fry some onions or whatever you call it. Stir fry onions. I'll put it in a pan and like cook the onions so that they're like caramelized, and then I'll put that
Yeah, I
in with a
love
bunch of
caramelized
ginger.
onions. I'll put caramelized onions on like eggs.
Hell yeah, man! Caramelized onions, a lot of ginger, and a little bit of garlic. And you blend the shit out of that with like some whipping cream, and you just drizzle it over a tuna steak. Holy crap! And there's some seasoning you could add to it, but honestly, I like my recipes to taste a little more organic. I don't like a lot of salt and pepper and all this extra shit. I kind of like it to taste like the actual meat. So I try to keep all my ingredients as simple as possible.
I like seasoning, and I about a third of what I use is homemade. Like you can't see it right now; the rain's not helping anything. But I got my herb garden over here. I was actually going to cook everything just with my herbs out of the garden. Like I was going to mince them and everything. Couldn't do that, but herbs, like all of that stuff, it adds a little bit of a flavor and stuff to it. But the more you need salt, the more you're failing as a cook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
you don't need salt. You need like you can take vegetables, right? Like you want your basil and you want all that shit, but you want it fresh. You don't want some pre-made seasoning.
Yeah.
If at all possible,
they add salt to it. That's how they make it taste good, like different and better and gooder. It's just by adding more salt to it.
Now, Zombie Boy is saying smoked fish, and I completely agree with that. But
I got things to say about that.
That's what I'm going to say. Stanley here has smoked everything from the shit fish,
literally,
like the best fish, to shark,
to the shit fish,
to the shit fish that you would never want to eat. It's bait fish.
Yeah,
and holy crap,
and
it's still delicious.
That's the thing about smoking is you can take the shit fish and with enough smoke and enough salt, you can make it edible. I love smoked fish. I love smoking fish. Like Zombie Boy, you're dead on right about that. But the best fish is eaten raw. The worst fish is smoked. And it's still good. Like I'm not knocking that, but that's the spectrum.
My meter is now saying it's 0. It's like 0 degrees. I swear to God, my thing is broken because I can feel the heat. I can feel the heat from like 3 feet away.
You took that thermometer all the way around to 0 again. Yeah, you got a flame on that. That thing's at like 600.
And I gotta.
You're cooking the side of the house now.
Yeah, and it's still a little jiggly.
Hey, I tell you what, Zombie Boy. Like I was gonna do it today. I lost track of my ability to do it. I'm literally gonna make a video about that. Like real soon here, probably this week, I'm going to film a video about smoking fish. I've got the best recipe that I use for everything. And literally like the worst fish that you get, with the exception of some stuff like the absolute worst, like a skipjack is like the worst fish ever. And that like smoking doesn't save that. But of the fish that are edible, that's how you do it.
What was it, mullet? You had like smoked mullet or some weird shit that you gave me.
Menhaden.
And nobody could eat it. But I thought it was fucking delicious. It's like up there with the
Oh, it is good. It is good. I'm going to figure that recipe out too. Oh, FYI, God dang it. I'm at 5% battery, so I'm just going to let this stream die whenever it dies. We're just going to run with it.
All right, well, you should do like I do and get a power cord out to the fucking pit.
I can't do that in the rain.
In a bucket.
In the rain.
Yeah, fuck the rain. It's dedication. That's what we're talking about.
I don't even care as much about the phone. I care about destroying the charging cord.
I would have been concerned about getting electrocuted, but...
Well, there's that. But
that's things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
things you can do to make sure you don't get electrocuted and that your cords are good, but you can still charge your phone. Your phone's in a bucket. A wire can go in the bucket.
Yeah, but the plug isn't. The
Why
plug
not?
is literally dripping on the drip edge of the roof.
Yeah, but that's when you're like, okay, so you plug it into the wall, and then you put it in the bucket, and then you prop it up against the bucket. And as far as the wall is concerned, I don't know, get a plastic cup or something and put it over the wall outlet. You shouldn't have wall outlets.
Another bucket? I need another bucket.
Another bucket. You shouldn't have wall outlets that are exposed to rain. That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't rain here. It's not really a big concern.
Yeah, it is apparently a concern because if it's raining and it completely stops you
It
from
all.
barbecuing, then you got a
It
major
only.
problem.
No. The rain doesn't stop me from barbecuing. The rain only happens when I'm barbecuing on a live stream.
Well, yeah, which we're talking about. We've been talking about doing more barbecue live streams for a while. So this
Yeah,
is like
we're
a
gonna do
test
this more.
run.
Yeah, and I think I like this format. Like I like the vertical, the two of us, YouTube, screw Riverside.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this is a better format. And then barbecuing, even in the
I'm
rain.
not the biggest fan of vertical video, but I gotta admit this worked pretty well.
Yeah. More buckets, says Zombie Boy. That's it. More
Yeah,
buckets.
that's one of the solutions to life: duct tape and more buckets. That needs to be a
Yes.
shirt.
Exactly. There's no excuse. You should have at least a roll of duct tape available. Otherwise, you failed.
No, duct tape hadn't been the issue. The lack of buckets has been an issue. I have sorely failed at buckets in life.
Man, I got a bucket. I got a bucket back there. I got a bucket over there.
I've got buckets, but I've got some plants growing in this bucket. I got paint in that bucket. Like my buckets are in use, and that's a problem. I didn't have enough buckets to constitute all of my needs.
Well, then you need more buckets.
I need more buckets.
You got to budget your buckets into your life expenses, right? It's like It's like 1% of your expense. You're living your lifestyle.
No, buckets are free. You can find buckets on the side of the road.
Yeah, but it's only $5. $5 for a bucket, right? So whatever is your lifestyle is, whether you're living on a budget or you're living life.
That's the takeaway from this stream. Get a bucket.
$5 bucket is.
Yeah.
It's like anyone can afford a $5. If you can't
that's the moral.
Bucket, then go jack a bucket from behind someplace that can't afford it.
Go work at a job where they use buckets and they're like, hey, go throw these buckets away. I'm not throwing this away. I saw Stanley's live stream. I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this bucket.
Shit. Look, you were right. It did jump because now it's starting to go down from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Damn, but it's not smoking anymore. Fuck, it's all heat.
Yeah, it doesn't smoke at high temp. Smoke is a low temp.
But it's still kind of jiggly. Now I'm like, that's it, and it's got a good. I'm pretty sure that's cooked all the way through. I'm not even concerned about it really at this point. It's pretty much done. I would like to smoke it a little bit more, but it's pretty much done at this point. So what I'm gonna do is look, even all my juices are boiling off.
That's looking good. I know it is. That's looking good. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I need to do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna flip it, and then we're good to start all over. And since the smoke is gonna be exiting right here, it's gonna come in right here real super strong. And this is all cooked, but just to make sure, because it's pork, I want it to be super cooked. I'm just gonna fucking let it go like that. And And maybe throw it in like a couple small pieces, like these guys. Let it smoke. It's a lot of coals.
Dude, I gotta say, this is a pretty glorious day. We are gonna do this more.
Yeah, man.
This is fun.
Fucking A, we should. Damn it, it's hot.
We got puppies, we got barbecue, a little bit of rain, wine, cigars, beers. Dude, cheers to everybody who showed up. I am enjoying the hell out of myself.
Man. I mean, we're gonna do this more, definitely.
Mhm.
Barbecue shirts are fun. And I didn't cut myself or burn I kind of burned myself, but nothing major. No long-lasting effects. Not like that time everybody came over here and I was chopping wood with that little hand axe and I got like.
Oh, and you, just like Dad, you didn't do it on camera. Oh, I got a story to tell you. I don't think I have the battery life, but so I'm going to tell the story. I just hope it lasts. So we were, Dad cut himself filleting fish about a week ago. And so he cut himself through the cut knife. So he's like, that's it. I'm done. I'm getting the most badass cut knife ever. So he went out and bought like the most amazing cut knife. And we went fishing last Friday, caught a bunch of fish. We're filleting fish. And he's offering everybody, hey, anybody need a cut knife? Anybody need a cut? No, we're good, dude. We don't cut ourselves. That's all you. You put on your new cut knife. I do too. Actually, I enjoyed using his other one. But so he goes and he's like, okay, well, this is on you guys. You know, like, look at my bat. And his cut knife's like an impact glove. It's got like rubber padding and shit. And he set his knives off to the side. He goes to a fillet of fish, Peter, and he goes like this. And he ran his hand right into all the pile of knives on the side of the table, the non-cut knife, the non-cut glove hand, and cut his hand on the first cut. With the first time he's using the cut glove.
Why would he have all the knives at the end of the fillet?
Because he's dead. That's
torture shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask him to bring his knife sharpener because
you should. He'd have a ball, dude. Seriously, he will get your shit sharp. You need to ask him about that.
I know, but I have a knife that's like one of those. I went to it's Sam's Club. I went to Sam's Club and they had like some gimmicky guy, right? And he was selling these super knives. And he's like, this knife will never need to be sharpened. You will never have to sharpen this knife in your entire life. These knives, look what this knife can do. And he's cutting through hammers with this fucking knife. And I was like, bro, I'm fucking sold, dude. I want that knife set. $60? Oh yeah, I got it. Surgical steel. This thing is amazing. After like a month, it was getting a little dull, and I was like, well, fuck, I have to sharpen this knife. I'm going to call the company and be like, I need a replacement knife. Guess what? That company doesn't exist anymore.
Oh. Hey, tell Dad. Don't sharpen your... Dad will sharpen your spoons.
It's like surgical steel, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to call Dad. Dad will sharpen the shit out of this thing again.
Yeah, he will.
It'll last another couple months, and that's fine. The great thing
it doesn't last forever,
though,
but he'll get him razor blade.
About it, I have a knife sharpener, but it's like one of those like rods that you like sharpen your knife with. And those are great, but they can tear your knife up if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
doing, so
been there, done that.
I tore my knife up. And,
he gets a serious edge on those knives. Me and him have a night maybe 2-3 times a year where we just sit there and sharpen knives. And dude, it's amazing. I hadn't lost a finger.
I've still got. Oh, speaking of that, remember that knife that I got for Christmas? That super knife that you got me.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my super knife, right? I use that for the most. I don't use that for cutting just anything, right? That's my super knife. I use that for the best of the best occasions. And but that thing fucked my finger up, dude, because I was slicing one of these pork things when I first started doing the pork thing, and I was cutting it into like as thin as I could slices. So I needed my top knife to cut it into super thin slices. And I forgot my finger stance. You know how when you cut shit super thin, you have to curl your fingers inward, right? Like
Yep.
this. When
Yep.
you
Exactly. You
cut
got to have the
shit,
claw.
yeah, hold on. Let me hold on my camera with the. All right, so when you're cutting, you got to put your fingers like this, and then the blade can't chop off your extremities. But anyways, I did it somehow. I fucked up my finger. Ah, dude, I cut it deep, and probably
Dude,
worse than that axe. Than the
one
axe would
thing
have
I
been.
learned, I was told this, I saw it, but I haven't learned how to do it because I think it's one of those things that takes a lot of practice. Learn the Japanese style for cutting tomatoes. You will never get a thinner cut.
Yeah,
The
but then,
Japanese style for cutting tomatoes. I guarantee you will never cut something so thin.
but that's a gimmick. I've seen what you're talking about, and I've tried it. The problem is it's not a good way to cut shit because you're cutting inward. You never cut inward. That's a stupid way to cut because then if you're like going fast, you'll cut yourself. Like you're talking about the guacamole and shit, right? Like the guy was cutting an avocado, but the way he was slicing it was like inward. So if you're not like some super skilled, professional, cutting inward is like a bad idea because what's going to happen is you're going to fucking cut yourself. And I am prone to cutting myself, so I have to keep that in mind. And I'm using the techniques I learned when I was working at a restaurant. And that's, you curl your fingers, you can chop quickly that way, and you're not going to chop your fingers. However, if you're like chopping fast, you chop your fingers up real quick. Like you will slice your fingers up. We got Zombie Boy say, okay, hold on a second. He says, haha, I'm not sure if you're laughing at me after the more buckets. He says, oh my god. And then Cranky Yank says, oh no. Yeah, hand is a magnet for knives. 100%. And axes. Because I was like chopping, I fucked my finger up right here from an axe, little hand axe, chopping these little chunks of wood. And that's why I got this guy. This guy's gonna help chop that wood up. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna chop my fingers off at all. It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be great. Until I chop my finger off with it, which is, I know that's gonna happen. But anyways, I gotta get my dad up here to sharpen that knife set because that thing used to be great and now it's pretty worn out.